Hello, everybody. Mayor Pro Tem, Council, City Attorney, City Manager, and the LOD. Thank you for your help today. Appreciate that. And also, I'd like to make a public acknowledgement for the police service today, since we saw a threat to something about the Newland Simpson project in the warehouse to blow people's heads off. We appreciate it. Thank you, officers. You're great. We appreciate you. Last October, I came to the city and spoke that I had heard from someone in the city about this threatened lawsuit that this developed landowner was proposing to the city of Emmett. So it's obviously occurred. We know that from the disclosure from the city attorney on February 10th. Saddened to hear it. He obviously threatened and intimidated. He was sending emails to the no votes in the city, on the city council. That's what I was told. He's now sending me emails, calling me personally as well. I won't be intimidated like you are. He can't get anything out of me. I have a right to my First Amendment rights. I received a phone call on February 11th with two witnesses. I showed them my phone, Greg Lansing. They also heard what Mr. Lansing said. He told me he had found my personal disclosure of my purchase of my home, which in it said that we acknowledge there may be industrial development, you may have noise, you may have dirt, you may have this, you may have that. I reminded Mr. Lansing that his property is zoned mixed use in the general plan. So it has nothing to do with industrial property. He's asking for a general plan amendment. He knows what he's asking for, a zoning change and a height variance, and one other thing, I think it was a road right of way or something. I don't remember the fourth change. Perhaps you all do. He told me he had spoke to you, city attorney, as well about this. So I'm assuming if that's true, you would know that. He's clearly searching me on public domain. I got another Instagram from him today. I've also received a text from him and an email since that phone call. You have copies of everything. Wow. He doesn't intimidate me. He's constantly telling me he owns all this land. I have 1,000 employees. He told me that in the call. He told me that he was going to sue me personally for the civil lawsuit because I am opposing the project. A little bit about me. I grew up in Connecticut. I'm from a very Italian family. I was taught it's my civic duty to be publicly engaged. It's one of your first things in the general plan. What do we want? Public engagement. So I don't believe that my public opposition to a project that I think is gonna hurt our city is really something he can sue me for personally. Nor does my attorney think that. So he also said that I called his admin a bull in a china shop. He clearly does not know the definition of an idiom. I can also be protected by hyperbole and my opinion under the First Amendment. We all know his admin is not a bull. We all know she doesn't live in a china shop. Any reasonable person would understand that when I say it's 100 degrees out, I'm melting, does not mean I'm melting, right? So this guy is bullying not only you, but now your residents. Is this the type of person you want here in Emmett? In 2014, he sued the San Diego County. He lost that $100 million lawsuit under similar pretentious, baseless claims. It's ridiculous. I also think it's ridiculous that 40,000 constituents from District 1 and District 3 have now lost their voice by being recused, by using self-recusal. You've walked away from representing your constituents. I don't see that as something that our council members should do. He told me he poked a bear, told me he's seen my social posts, sent me a text, you have that, telling me he told me that day on the phone to take him down. Of course I said no, and then he sent me a text recommending I do take him down. Of course I'm not gonna do that. I have a right to speak up. It's my civic duty to speak up on this project. So, I will also talk about a little bit about the project. We've got the new art thing. That would generate $885,000 from that fee. If the project was originally built out, fully stabilized, they said $177 million it was gonna be the value. Do the math, half a basis point, it's $885,000 to the art. The roads, constantly hearing about the roads tonight. The roads are atrocious. The value of a city, we know a city, it's well known in real estate. Anybody that is in real estate, city manager, you know this. If the roads are in disrepair, the city is typically, they think, mismanaged financially. It doesn't always mean that, but we can't seem to get it together to fix our roads. We fix the dealership, which I understand. We need people to feel like they're going into a place that's good and the roads are good and we're not damaging our cars. But geez, I wonder what they'll think when they see tractor trailer trucks going by there all day long. I really wonder what they will think. Are they gonna go to that dealership or one that doesn't have that type of traffic? Are we gonna get people from Winchester here? With that monster on the corner of Dominagoni? I also know from Riverside County, multiple projects have been presented to them to build warehouses on Dominagoni. Is that what we want? We know Lansing's proposed a few, they've shot it down, others have proposed as well. Can you imagine? What's that gonna be? Those are my 6 minutes? Anybody wanna give me more? Thank you for the time.
Thank you.